Connie Britton, let's start off with this question that the posters at theenvelope.com are dying to know, because you had the courage, and let's give you credit for this, of switching categories at the Emmys. You started off in the lead category, then you dropped to supporting, and often those kinds of moves are smart because they're strategic. You might have a better chance of winning in supporting than in lead. But
Right.
Give us your thoughts of why you did that. Most people agree with the switch, by the way, but what was your rationale?
You think people agree with the switch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, for me, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't as strategic as you might think. I think that the first season I went for lead. I feel, in some ways, I feel like I could be considered the female lead of the show. I think certainly now as we go into the future of the show, it will become even more so, because as the other characters go off to their lives and graduate. But really, the truth is that our show is an ensemble show. The fact of the matter is, in the lead category, I think I could go either way, but there are women in the lead category who are in every frame of their show.
Yeah, that's true.
And I am not in every frame of our show. So in a lot of ways that it feels like a different playing field.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was really kind of a toss up in terms of that. So I honestly, it was not as much strategic, although at the end of the day, I guess Emmys it's strategic in as much as Emmys are really just about winning a prize,
Well, that's pretty important though, because a show like yours, let me give you some perspective. You may not be up on Emmy history like some award geek like me.
I'm not up on Emmy history, mostly because we've never been nominated for Emmys on our show. I don't know anything about them.
Well, they saved shows like yourself. That's the great noble thing. Let's take another show that was beloved by the critics, that was struggling year to year to stay alive, like Arrested Development, ended up finally getting into the Emmy race, doing well, and that helped keep the show on the air. In some cases, shows like Cheers, Cagney and Lacey, Hill Street Blues, they went on to become classics after not finding an audience in the first year or two, winning Emmys, and then getting propelled up there. So the great thing about the Emmy is that it's chosen by, once nominees are out, by judges who actually look at the sample episodes, and they can help make or break a show like yours. So you've already done really well. Let's look at some of the awards you have won. You were Program of the Year from the TV Critics Association in your first year.
Yeah, we were.
And you go, girl. I'll bet you don't know this. Only an awards geek like me can tell you this. You were nominated twice at the TV Critics Association for individual, outstanding performance in a drama series. Now, that category at the TV Critics is one that combines men and women never get in there. They're the most misogynist group ever, but you got in twice. Congratulations.
Thank you. That, I have to say, even though only, nerdy, like awards geeks like yourself have any knowledge of that for me might be one of my most sort of proud things, because first of all, it's, that is the Critics Award. So, that's everybody who's actually watching these shows. And also it is such a strange and tight category, because it's not like Best Actor or Best Actress. It really, they call it, I guess, Achievement in Drama or whatever. So yeah, I have a great deal of gratitude and, and thanks and sort of pride in that one. That was pretty cool.
Why do you think this show has such trouble? The critics love it, the fans that know the show are devoted to it. Why is it such a struggle to keep this on the air? Thank God DirecTV came in with NBC and made this great deal. It's fantastic, and maybe it's even a model for other shows on the edge like yours in the future. But why is there even a struggle?
I don't know. I wish I could answer that. I wish somebody could answer that question, because then I guess we could solve the problem. It is strange, because everywhere I go, there are people who love the show, and they love it so deeply. I think that's what saved the show. I think that, and also, people like you and people who are out there, the critics who are out there who do watch it and have gotten so on board with really trying to support it and make it live. But our fan base is so is so enthusiastic and passionate about it. And I don't know why that doesn't translate to ratings. It seems like we've never had a great deal of marketing and publicity for our show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I don't. So it's one of those things. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, in terms of that. But I'll tell you, the fact that we are going to end up having 5 seasons of Friday Night Lights, given that we haven't had, great ratings in the traditional sense, is miraculous and amazing, and it's a testament to NBC. And it's a real testament to DirecTV. And I just read the coolest article recently about DirecTV.
What's that?
In the midst of this incredibly, challenging financial, economic time, DirecTV is thriving. Like, that is a business model that is booming, and they're doing great. And I was like, that's really cool that we get
You're on
to,
the right train.
What?
You're on the right train.
Yeah, our little show gets to be a part of that, So I just feel like we are lucky. But I hear what you're saying about the Emmys. I mean, that's why, especially in the first couple seasons when, we got a lot of Emmy buzz. Because we've always, since season 1, we've gotten a lot of Emmy buzz and Emmy love and all that. And then never got nominations.
Well, you never got nominations in those lead categories. Peter Berg did get nominated for...
He got a nomination for the pilot. Then Linda Lowy for casting.
Yeah, but that's it. You're right. It's strange. Considering that you were nominated by the Writers Guild and all these other lofty awards, what's the problem with the Emmys? And I think it is a ratings thing because the first round of voting for the Emmys is done on a popular ballot. It is just members of the Academy checking off a ballot. It's when you get into that round 2 where they have a careful judging system that you have a fair shot.
Yeah, because, last year was the first time I ever actually voted for the Emmys because I was never a member of the Academy.
Uh-huh.
So I was very excited when I finally became a member of the Academy and got to vote also because it kind of took away some of the mystery of the whole thing for me because I never really knew what it was all about. But it is daunting when you actually go to you do it online and you are presented with a list of every single person who could possibly be eligible in that category.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Connie, let me explain something to you.
You tell me because I don't really understand. So you tell me.
This is the kind of faith that NBC and DirecTV have in you. The Emmy is the only show business award that costs money to enter. That's not true of the Oscar, of the Grammy, of the Tony, or the Golden Globe. So that means the network has to, fork over money to say Connie Britton is giving a great performance. The show is great, so we're going to spend thousands of dollars in entry fees, and then in marketing the show, which they have to send DVDs to the whole membership to make them pay attention to it, and then there's the final stage where none of that applies. But it shows that they were behind the show within the industry. So when you see that list, and it is daunting, I know what you say, it's online now, and it's huge, but it could be worse.
That's unbelievable to me that it could be worse.
Yeah.
That's amazing, actually, that considering that you have to pay for that many people are entered into it. It's incredible.
Especially when you see some of the people who pay to be in the race, and you look at their name and think, you don't have a prayer, honey. But that's something else.
Yeah, but that is, when I saw that, it really did make me realize, to some degree, it is a popularity contest because
the first round, yeah. Now, have you done the second round yet? Have you done the thing where you get the DVDs at home and you judge that part? You got to do that next. That's a lot of fun. That's really you'll be very impressed at the process.
How do I do it?
Just let the Academy know you want to do it, and they'll sign you up for the actors branch, and you'll be allowed to vote in a maximum of 4 categories, and you'll get the 5 DVDs. Let's say they give you comedy supporting actor or lead actress in a TV movie, and then you get the 5 and you watch them at home and you sign an affidavit saying that you've seen everything, that you've done your job, then you check off your ballot. It's a really cool process.
Oh, I would like to do that. Can I do that this year?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, all right, good. See? But it's all such a mystery, and then doesn't it change every year too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the rules change or whatever.
Yeah. What you're referring to is that in recent years, and you were on a couple of those lists. They had a top 10 finalist lists, and then they brought in, they did the popular vote first round, and then they whittled it down to 10, and then they brought in panels to judge sample episodes. Then they came up with nominees, and then the second round with judges. But this year they got rid of the judging panels, which I'm not happy about, because I think underdogs like you benefit from all careful judging. Anytime it gets away from a popular vote, you want that for shows like yours that need that little help and that watch fly.